Hello, everybody, and welcome to Shenanigans. How are you guys doing today?
Good.
Great. Writing down spells.
Excellent. Why are you writing down spells?
I mean, I'm playing Droopy at Cleric of Vorasi with 12 spells that I have to choose. So,
My God, it's a lot of spells. How are you going to pick them all?
I don't know. Just what seems fitting.
Okay. How are you doing today, Nick?
Fine. I also have 12 spells, and
My God, it's like the two of you were meant for each other.
I mean, you also control a lot of undead, so...
Yeah, Droopy and Doreen are definitely meant for one another. I'd like to see some fanfic on what happens in between Shenanigans episodes between Droopy and Doreen and all the undead hands and the undead rats. Like, I don't know what's going on here, but there could be some interesting
the
things.
undead hands ride the undead rats into battle.
Maybe.
Or vice versa.
Yeah. Anyway, if you have writing capabilities, post to the subreddit a story of what happens between sessions between Droopy and Doreen. That would be great.
Yes. And if you can draw, even better.
Ooh, yeah. Creative writing prompts. Cool. So here we are in Shenanigans for today's Shenanigans double feature, extra long episode, or maybe 2 episodes all wrapped into one big, complicated, timey-wimey space object. Where are the two of you hanging out today? What are you doing here? Where are you going?
Well, Neal, I thought about that we should start on the, third plane of existence, the astral plane, but, that just wouldn't quite fit with Shenanigans, I think. It would be too ridiculous.
To start in the astral plane? Yes, it would be.
I think we are just sitting the closest place to the astral and ethereal plane, the shadowy corner next to the stairs in Shenanigans.
I see. All right. So the two of you have a quaint little table there, and what is happening between Droopy and Doreen when the two of you are at this table on a fairly uncrowded day in Shenanigans? Maybe we got like 30% occupancy.
I think we're just chit-chatting back and forth in Kobold.
There is... How much can you chit-chat with a 5 in Kobold? It's probably since there's not really somebody around. Normally the table is, the chairs are all filled and people are sitting around. Droopy can just from under the table, get some snacks from the table.
But not today.
Nah, she's just probably chewing on some treats she still has from talk. She took some and he constantly gave her treats, so she has just her own little bag of treats now, which will run out eventually because she is not the kind of buying treats. But she's just chewing on them.
All right.
Kind of sad
Doreen
that
has
nobody else
probably
is around.
ordered a meat pie, but has no snuffles to share it with. So I think I'm just handing pieces occasionally to Droopy.
She takes every time you give her a piece, which is of pie. She kind of puts it on a treat, takes another treat, puts that on that, and creates a meat pie sandwich and eats it. The culinary adventures of being a kobold.
Kobold culinary adventures. All right. So you guys are sitting around, just enjoying your table and your space and everything. There's not a lot of people here in the room when the door opens up and in walks an official. You can tell by the silver lining on their clothes. There's also a little brooch over the left lapel. Over their left lapel. that signifies that they are a dignitary of the state, a dignitary of the crown. They come into the middle of the room and put their hands on the hips and look about, seeing the other myriad adventurers and you guys. The dignitary smiles to himself and walks on over towards the two of you, not even bothering to ask Desmond for who might be good for a project.
What kind of
Doreen's
insane
just sitting there
person?
in like a white robe, covering all of her hands in the black plate mail.
Droopy with wearing only brigandine armor, but I mean, she has 18. She has 5 int, but 18 wisdom. Something about this person seems really odd. That he would smile wildly after seeing us on our table and then just walk towards us. That kind of makes her nervous.
Sure.
Like,
The dignitary approaches the table and leans on it slightly, resting his hands, and says, "Ladies, good morning. How are you all?"
Very good, and you?
Well, it's been a good day. I have a job that I need you to fulfill on behalf of the crown. The two of you don't look to be afraid of death, so you look like the perfect candidates for this job.
What is the job?
We need a letter delivered. I know it sounds like a cakewalk, sounds pretty easy, but it's not. We've tried to get some messages delivered to these folks, which I'll tell you about in just a moment, for a little while now, but we keep not getting a response, and our messengers haven't come back. We're just presuming they've died along the way. We don't know if they deliver the message and die on the way back, or die trying to deliver the message, or get there and maybe something's changed and they get killed. We don't know what's happened to them, but twice now, over a period of 3 months, we've tried to get this message through, and it's just not working. So we need fearless folks to deliver a message and possibly follow up on it, depending on what the hell's going on.
And the pay?
Well, it's probably like a week there and a week back. Might be full of danger. Probably less than 2 weeks total. Probably like 10 days total. What is your typical rate? Is it a gold per day? So 10 gold for each of you. It's a dangerous job, so let's double it. 20 gold each. Does that sound fair?
No.
What is your rate for 10 days of work? Mostly walking.
Generally, life-risking adventures is just like 100 gold per person.
It's a lot of money. 10,000 copper, but it's okay. This is
it's a lot of danger.
It's a lot of danger, and it's important. But if we're gonna do 100 gold, we're gonna tack on some other responsibilities too, if that's all right.
Such as?
Well, so here's the deal. We got this. You're familiar with the town of Gold Hill? It's one of those free towns outside of the domain of other kingdoms. And we've had a working agreement with the folks of Gold Hill. The crown has, at least. So far we haven't been able to get in touch with them. So we need you to deliver this message from the crown to the overseer of Gold Hill. And the extra duties would be for you to kind of figure out what's going on. What happened to the other people? Is there a problem in Gold Hill? We need some reconnaissance. So deliver the message, figure out what's been going wrong with our messengers, and if anything needs taking care of, take care of it. They'll be agents of the state, sort of. Mercenaries of the state. 100 gold sounds fantastic. For each of you.
Right. What do you think, Droopy?
Why don't you two discuss? I'm gonna go get a drink. And the dignitary walks off.
Sounds good. Officials of the state. She kind of puffs up a bit. Which is, kind of difficult as a small kobold.
All right.
Brigand armor helps.
Well, we'll try to look into what's going on with the other messengers, but it's kind of like I get the additional things tacked onto it, but it's almost like saying, "Hey, all I want you to do is make a quick walk in this cave. We've sent like 5 other people, and they've all never come back. But it's just walking. What's your normal delivery rate for delivering a message? I mean,
Gold.
we'll see what the dangers are.
Gold Hill. Where's that?
Don't know. Should probably ask. Do we know where Gold Hill is? It sounds like it's its own like little state, so we would probably
It's a
know.
city-state north of Drekis. I'm giving you guys a world map, but it's just taking a moment to show up. So give me just a moment to give you the full-fledged world map. Those of you that might be watching at home or whatever, you can find the world map on regalgoblins.com/maps.php.
It's near the
While we're waiting,
border of the what's the forest again? The Elven Forest.
Silvus.
Silvus. Yeah, it's near the northern border, southern border of Silvus.
Yeah, I am going to ping it. Oops,
God.
I should drag you guys there.
It's
right there. Boop.
southern edge of the Draken Ridge. Yeah, east of the southern Draken Ridge.
Yep. So the route to get there would take you across the West Voden Plains, probably across through Bridgegate, so you can cross the River Voden at the north and get to Gold Hill. But of course, you are welcome to take any route you want to get there. If you want to sail all the way around the world and end up in Half Hill, you could go this way, all the way over here, all the way around, and then in if you wanted to, and end up at Half Hill and go to Gold Hill. Whatever route you want. It's up to you guys. But the straightforward way is through Kershwick, through Ralwick, through Bridgegate.
We could. How fast does a boat travel? Normally.
Let's call it 48 miles in a day, double the speed of overland movement.
We could go to Kershwick, then take a boat to Gumbrun. Gumbrun, then to Bontheris, and then take the river to Bridgegate. Or even to Goat Hill.
So, Berkshire to Kershwick, upriver to Gumbrun, over the hills to Bontheris, and then up the river past Old Voden, all the way up to here.
Would be a solid route. And probably... Well, there are no big roads that go through the plains, so...
right? We're used to the plains. Like we always go off the west side of Berkshire, and there's no roads there, so it'd be the same thing.
Yeah, this would be the route that you're suggesting is about 200 miles, roughly. Maybe a little bit more, maybe like 250. The direct route is going to be closer to like 120, 130.
That's also the player suggesting it. Groupie has 5 in, so she might just say, River Journey!
Yeah, whatever you guys want. Don't let me tell you what to do. Anyway, the dignitary's hanging out over at the bar.
Now, what is the fun route? Route.
Well, Hold on, let me just look at something for Doreen. Okay, yes, she does have the swimming proficiency, so the boat's not a bad idea.
Wait, can Ruby swim? Of course, Ruby can't swim.
Okay, alright, let's go the land route then.
It would be like you ask Ruby if she can swim. Like,
Alright, so I guess we're planning the direct straight line route there.
all right.
Okay. Let's delete these. We don't need them no more. Okay. So are you down? Are you gonna tell the dignitary you want to do this?
Doreen will try to wave him over, but if he doesn't notice, she's just going to keep eating her pie until he comes back.
He's keeping an eye out, scanning the room, watching. He sees you wave him over and trots on over. So, do we have a deal?
Yeah, we'll try to look. We'll get the message there, but we'll try to look into what's been happening to the messengers. An attempt will be made, no guarantees of resolving.
Well, of course, you can never guarantee success, but
right.
I fully expect you to do your best.
Yes, if there's like a baby dragon or a medium-sized dragon blocking the adventurers, then I'm probably just going to go the other way, going to be honest with you.
Well, if there's some sort of obstacle that prevents you from delivering your message safely, I fully understand if you want to turn around and head home. But if you're going to be, avoiding whatever it is that gets you there, then maybe we'll do our 20 gold. Because if you're avoiding the life and death danger situation, that doesn't make sense.
I'm just adding the stipulation that if there's dragon in way, I'm going back.
Sure, and I'm just adding the stipulation that if the mission's too dangerous for you, we'll pay you for reconnaissance, but not for everything. You have.
How about? Hold on. Will you be here, or just planning on paying us now?
Oh no, as I said, we've sent a few messengers already. Some of them asked for pay up front. That money's just now gone and the message didn't get delivered. This is definitely if you return alive, you'll get paid sort of job.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Then how about this? If we deal with the issue, then the 100 gold per person. If not, 20 gold per person.
I like the cut of your jib, man. All right. Do you have a deal?
Sure.
He sticks out his hand for you both to shake it.
I'll stick out my hand.
He doesn't seem fazed by the myriad of hands across your body.
Oh, he can't see them. He just sees bumpy things under a white robe.
And
Okay.
moving back next to the kobold.
Yeah, doesn't seem bothered by these things. Shakes your hands.
I mean,
Good,
he's
good.
a government official. Of course, he's not bothered by that.
Yeah,
He's probably more evil than both of us combined.
Yeah. I see it there. He reaches into the folds of his three-piece suit and pulls out a small little letter. It's about actually only yay big. It's quite small, folded over and sealed with a wax stamp with the sigil of the crown on it. And as he hands it over, he says, "Now, don't go tampering with this message. It is trapped." In case it falls into the wrong hands and someone tries to open it, it'll blow up in their face. Only people with the correct passcode will be able to open it. So that's a heads up, so you don't accidentally blow yourselves up along the way. It's one of the theories we were working with. Why messages didn't return is that maybe the messengers tried to sneak a peek and, died. So don't.
Droopy will try to keep that in mind. Also, the fact that she has the spell magic.
I'll just hold on to the message. I don't care about politics. So
Perfect! And it's really nothing juicy. It's, financial statements and reports. I will be happy to provide you a carriage ride to the West Voden Plains, as far as the road will take you. From there, I expect you'll make your own way. Excellent.
yeah, I got a wagon.
Oh, well then, I guess you don't need the carriage.
Yeah,
Excellent.
shit could be good. Got a wagon, nice donkey.
Good, good. Is there anything else you might need from me? Any other information you would be looking for?
Were all of the messengers men?
One older gentleman who used to do the mail route all the time. Our first hypothesis was he just had a heart attack and died on the road. And then the second messenger was a youngish woman, early 20s, armed to the teeth with plate mail and a sword. There's some speculation that she was so heavily armed and armored that she just, died of heat exhaustion trying to haul herself across the plains, but
You see,
probably
that's,
not.
That's the problem with the black armor that I learned is it gets so freaking hot. That's why I get the white robe.
Yeah.
All right, so it's probably not something like seducing men along the way, but okay.
Probably not, unless it's also seducing women along the way. Could be done.
Well, maybe the kobold will be immune, so then that'll be good.
Yeah, I doubt there's any kobold seducing monsters out there. I think even a siren would throw that one back.
Sorry, Droopy.
Droopy kind of leans over to Doreen. You noticed I'm a woman.
Yes.
Just surprising.
Okay.
Is everything okay?
Yes, perfectly.
Perfect. Well, I'll have one of my, subordinates around here for when you return. They'll keep an eye out for you. And we'll set up, they'll take care of details and we'll meet again afterwards for debriefings and payment and all that jazz. Good luck. And the gods be with you. He heads out.
Okay. I think Doreen finishes her meat pie.
It tastes like pig.
Okay. Alright, gonna stock up on rations.
Good. It's a multi-day journey across West Voden and through the forests and then across the bridge and the road and all this fun stuff.
I don't know how much rations cost. I'm just gonna throw like 5 gold at it.
That should be enough.
I don't know how much that cost. Dry rations. Economics. Let's open the economics. Oh yeah, I should have had it open.
I don't even think we need dry rations. It was more expensive. We could just get normal ones that last a week.
Yeah, Droopy's also going to get some rations. Why are the rations not under food?
Because they're under gear, adventuring gear. I know, they could probably be under there too, but then if I change the price in one place, I'll forget and not change the price in the other place, and it just gets complicated. I suppose I could have another tab that just has like rations in there that I pull from, but then that gets complicated. Then we might as well have a database with entries, and that's just, it's just easier for me this way.
Well, see, then you just start looking at it like, the 2 different tabs with different prices. That's just 2 different stores trying to outbid each other.
Perhaps. But then no one would ever take the higher price or the, it just gets wonky. So one price, one place.
How many adventurers actually go around like price shopping rations?
Adventurers won't, but players will look at both tabs or just know where both tabs are and be like, oh, I want to go with the cheaper rations or I want to go with the lighter rations. They'll
Neal, you really think
yes,
everyone is going around to like the player's handbook, your guide, and then like comparing every price?
Yeah, I think you guys know the system well enough to know how to min-max it. Considering that you will go through the books and build the most broken characters possible by taking this and that and that. I am confident that you would min-max your gear.
But Neal, I built a broken character, but I just chuck 5 gold at rations and call it good.
Which I appreciate. It's a good way of doing it.
So Droopy just bought a bunch, just a good old bag full of rations, 15 dry rations, in fact. So 2 weeks about, and just puts them on the cart because carrying them would put her way over half encumbrance.
Oh yeah, I'll also throw 3 gold at donkey feed.
Nice.
She will definitely ride in the cart because even now she's on light encumbrance. It's 2/3 of her movement, which is 6. So yeah.
All right.
So 4. At 4. He's just the Brigandine. She kind of looks like a Koibu mini tank. No, not mini.
Wait, how tall is Droopy?
2'5".
Okay. You're exactly No, you are exactly half Doreen's height.
2'5", but only weighs only 29 pounds. So
My hands weigh more than you. All right. Anyway, I guess we're just laughing at each other on the way there. It's one of those things where you're just like get laughing about something and then you're just continue laughing, pointing at the other person.
For the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have rations. Speaking of, you said you threw 5 gold at it, was it?
5 gold for my rations and like 3 for the donkeys.
Okay. Yeah. So 5 gold is 500 copper. It's 20 copper per ration. It's 25 rations. That is 50 pounds. But you have a wagon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So
you're
I
fine.
just said, I pretty much walk into a place to buy rations, put 5 gold and say I want rations, and he just loads up like this giant ass bundle of food.
Yeah,
like,
it's like 75
okay.
pounds of food actually, because these are standard rations. So it's, baskets of this and a barrel of that, and here's a bunch of bread folded over and a chunk of cheese and a handful of almonds and yada yada yada.
Yep.
Okay. Anything else you guys want? Anything else you guys need?
I just took a really interesting spell. It's quite interesting going where we are going.
Excellent.
I think I'm good.
How big is a field of 160 square yards? How big is that?
Is a what?
A field of 160 square yards.
Like
160. Root of 160 is 12.6 yards by 12.6 yards. So, I mean, a yard and a meter is basically the same. So 160 square yards is roughly 160 square meters. It's not quite. It's like off by 30%.
It's like what?
It's like 36 feet by, or it's like 40 feet by 40 feet.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. What spell is this that has this thing?
Caltrops.
The Caltrops spell?
Yeah. Because if we're moving into planes, that might be something interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, planes do have like long grasses for entangle, but I don't have entangle, so I hope you have
Me neither.
entangle. Okay. All right. Good. I'm glad that's a thing.
I mean, we have hold person, but who knows? What if an ogre comes charging in? Better place those anti-cavalry caltrops.
So off you go, right?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm remembering ladders.
Ladders.
Just the whole food thing reminded me of just building a
Oh.
castle of ladders.
Yeah. But a castle of ladders would never hold up. And you
Enough
quickly
ladders makes anything possible.
Well, yeah, the ladder economy is ridiculous. Anyway. On your way to Kershwick, you know that it is a 2-day journey through the woods to get there.
I think
and
I can explain the ladder economy.
Let's hear it.
So there was a robe I had in like Pathfinder that just allowed you to pull endless rope out of it. And I think it's like the same thing except for ladders, and then you pull out the length you want and then just quickly cut that length off and then continue pulling. So there's literally some guy just sitting there pulling ladders and chopping them off every day.
You know, we could do the same thing with the bag Droopy has. Just order the rats to form cling to each other to form a rope, and then just pull an infinite rat rope out of this.
Anyway, so 3-day journey.
3-day journey. 2-day journey to Kershwick, actually. Let's just get our carriage journey soundtrack because I really like this one. It is a misty day out there in the world. A little bit of rain falling. Not a lot of people on the road. It's a Sunday. You know, most people are at home hanging out, having a good time. When you start your journey through the woods. Where's our... Oh, it's on the wrong... Hold on, I gotta go get our little priest figure. I think this was originally Father Morton Bixby's token that we've just been cannibalizing and using for you guys ever since. Oop, there you go.
Yeah.
I think this was Morton originally.
I don't see it. Yep.
He should be on
I
Berkshire.
don't see it.
Oh. Well, here he is. He's there. And off you go. Let's pull up our random encounter table and see if there's anything happening on the way. As you guys are heading north, is there anything that you guys want to discuss? Anything that you guys have to sort out, or are you just going?
What do you bet it's that the old message receiver died and they've been sending trapped messages this whole time? And the new one just didn't know, like, the passcode, so people just keep blowing up.
Sounds like shenanigans.
And this actually is just going to start a war between the entire kingdom and that one city.
Have a spell that can reverse message.
Let's not tamper with it. I just think it's funny.
You guys are heading through the plains, or not through the plains, through the forest, on the wagon, which is being pulled by a donkey, is it?
Yeah.
1 or 2?
I could buy another donkey.
I just need to know. I don't care how many donkeys, but...
You know what? I'll get 3.
You can't pull 3 donkeys. You can only pull 2 donkeys. You don't have... To do a 4-donkey team would be difficult. And you need an even number. You can't do a 3-donkey team. Let's max it at 2. Because then you gotta get a driving proficiency.
It'll just be 2 and 1 on the side.
Not even pulling the wagon, just like walking alongside.
Not even pulling, it's just an extra donkey.
It's like
just put the donkey in the back of the cart as the spare one in case one of the front ones dies.
Yes, the spare donkey.
I don't know how much donkeys cost, but...
I mean, we don't even have to, attach it really there. Not like in a car. We can just, in this case, just pick up the donkey, put it in front of the wagon. Done.
All right. It's like yeah.
I mean, we're not even having. We do not have a spare wheel for if the wagon breaks. We have a spare donkey though.
Because it's more likely the donkey dies than a wheel breaks. Wheels are almost indestructible in Shenanigans. The donkeys? Oh god, they're so frail.
And even if the
donkeys have
cart
2
breaks,
or 3d8.
I think they have 3d8.
And even if the cart breaks, we can just put the stuff onto the donkey.
Exactly. See? All right. So you have how many donkeys now?
3.
3 total. Okay.
I think the one that is not pulling the card is a really weak one. That was the one with 7 HP. We do not really want to have it pull the card because we fear it could break down.
Yeah. All right.
If he had rolled any lower, I probably would say he has to be on the back of the cart, but
So, anything else?
Probably on
no, we're traveling along with one donkey and then 2 more appear out of nowhere as I buy one.
The summon donkey spell, right?
Oh yeah, but as we go, kind of probably Droopy just does several things from time to time to entertain herself. At one time, she's kind of sitting in the cart and, you know, swiping at the, you know, donkey's tail if they kind of swing around or wish around, like a weird dog-like cat. Other times, she's just. What does she have she could play around with? Probably her crossbow, which is still loaded, have been loaded the whole time since the last week. And it's... The people around her probably got more and more nervous the more they realized that crossbow hasn't been... that string has not been relaxed ever since that day.
A locked and loaded
I'm pretty
crossbow
sure you
everywhere
don't-
you go. It's like occasionally misfiring and going off and just like shooting the dirt and just like, wait, hold on, reload that.
Yes. She probably even has some spare strings because they always, you know, if you have something, you know, loaded or string all the time, it goes. What's the term for it? Well,
Yeah, it loses elasticity.
yeah.
I think if like nothing happens for too long, we might just have a rat versus a hand battle each other.
Okay, well, something is going to happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll get to that later then.
Yeah, we'll get there eventually. As you are doing your thing, as you're exploring this, going down this path, in front of the wagon, as it comes around a bend, is a hog, a very large boar, and how many did I roll? And like 5 little boars, and they seem to be eating something in the road.
Can I see what it is?
Give me a perception check to try and look between the boars to get a clear view of what's going on.
Both of us or only Doreen?
Only Doreen.
23.
Yeah, you know what? It's a dead body. Them pigs love themselves some dead bodies.
Like a human body?
Humanoid. Could be an orc or a half elf or a, you know, whatever. What are you gonna do about the dead body? What are you gonna do about the boars? They're blocking the road.
Oh
Okay.
no.
At some point, probably
No.
Droopy kind of looks up from whatever she's doing and kind of sees her. Pigs!
Please hold. Now, where is that cause fear?
Do you have a cause fear spell?
I also have it.
First level spell. You're both clerics, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Are you both clerics of Verasi?
No.
But
Oh, you're
Uh,
Terrasa and you're Verasi, right? Death and
Yeah.
fear. Wonderful.
I mean, Terrasa obviously has, well, we both have the original spell and then the reverse fall.
Perfect.
So it does say one creature.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
Oh, well, one creature for every 4 levels, I believe, is the...
Is it?
which does that mean I get 2 creatures? Because that'd be a first level spell that wouldn't be useful until level 4.
Well, it would still be useful at first... What do you mean?
One creature.
Yeah, so if you're levels 1 through 4 is one creature, levels 5 through 8 is two creatures, etc., etc.
Oh, okay. So I'll try to get the big pig and one of the little ones.
Okay, and they get a saving throw versus spell, so you just cause fear on the boar, huh?
Yeah.
Well, one of them fails. Causes one creature to flee and panic at maximum movement speed away from the cast. Yeah. So the big one fails, the little one doesn't.
The big one's like, fuck this, the little babies. I don't care about you.
So this is interesting because you've just terrified a mother pig, a mother boar. And she's got all of her little boarlings with her.
It does say they have to flee at max speed.
Yes, it must flee in panic at maximum speed. So I guess that's what the mom does. She just turns and bolts down the road from you at maximum speed, and the little piglets like look up, realize that the mom's leaving, and they too bolt and just race down the road as quickly as possible after her.
Okay.
For 1d4 rounds until the mom realizes, wait a minute, that was just two stooges and 3 donkeys. Those bloody tossers. Now they're gonna get it.
I guess Doreen will like hop off the cart and just go look at the body.
All right, you get to the body, and it's a halfling. It's a little halfling on the road. It's got a short sword at his side, some leather armor on, a pack full of food, a whistle around his neck, and he's just dead on the ground.
Can I see what killed him? Or were the boys just eating too much?
You roll the body over, and there on the chest are 4 arrows embedded into it.
Huh.
What do you see?
Looks like it was killed not by the boars. Is the money?
Nope, no money.
Are the feet still there?
Yes, the feet are still there.
Okay,
Wait,
good.
the feet?
The feet, yeah. The halfling still has its feet.
Wait, are you about feet?
No, halfling feet sell for money, but Doreen doesn't care. She's just gonna Doreen is just going to pick him up by the feet and toss him straight off the road.
You hurl the halfling end over end. It ragdolls into the woods, landing out of sight somewhere.
That cartwheel in the air.
Yep. And then go back to the cart and continue.
All right. You hop back in the cart and continue on down the road.
What a Puritan.
Can I get perception checks from the 2 party members?
Sure.
Does the boy finally realize that there was absolutely no reason to run away and come back? The troopy is immediately well distracted by her crossbow.
Yeah, your crossbow's misfired again into the floor at your feet, and you have to, reload it.
Misfired when the halfling was flying through the air, hit the halfling in the throat.
We're gonna go
It
to
just
our
turns into skeet shooting.
skeet shooting halflings. Awesome. We're gonna go to our first break, and when we come back, we're gonna see what this perception check's all about. See you guys on the other side. Bye-bye.